The question they have, um, so kind of two questions. One is wanting to know their career in this lifetime, and then also they want to know how to heal their body, and they're wondering if the condition of their body is related to their past life, and if they signed up for it in this one. Thank you.
Yeah, so is it like what are the pronouns? Do you know?
She, born in 1970,
She,
73. Uh,
1973.
I think it's Senija, Sen,
San, can you spell it?
Senija.
Sen, Senija? Senja?
Senija, yeah.
Senija? Okay, Senija, 1978. Okay, let's take a look. And female, like a she?
Hmm.
Yeah, okay, let's take a look. All right, so we're going to start with the health first because that kind of that's the container. So in this life, so it's important. So we're just gonna look over the whole field, and we're seeing like a lot of light wants to come to help her. Like a lot of like helpers step forward very quickly. So I feel like this is something that she struggled with for a long time, but not knowing kind of how to bring in the helpers because they're like all around her and they're just like rushing to us. What it looks like they're just rushing in to help. So, and these are unconditional love helpers, so they're for her highest and greatest good. So right away, they're just going to do an overall healing release for her whole energy field to just kind of start fresh. So just gonna they're gonna bring in the golden light and then just imagine the golden light kind of is going to come through from source through the heart and then through all of the body. So all of the system. So right away we can feel a lot of tension in the jaw on the left side. So that would be a past life. And then we're just bringing in the healing, the golden light. And we just heard like in the background, just a big thump, like something banged really hard. So we're just going to release that. So there was some kind of like a hard bang, a hard hit. So we're just going to release that. And then, yeah, we're just going to, and this can be for anybody too, because we're just working with energy right now and we're clearing her field and then just bringing in the gold light. And then it's not a coincidence that more than one person has the jaw and the gums and the teeth. So that's like happens a lot on Earth. So this is connected to a past life, another time. But the body wants to heal it in this life. Or she does too. But the body's always looking, okay, well, what do we have to clear? And then the body holds it for as long as needed until you are ready to kind of acknowledge it. It's more recognition, like, yes, my jaw hurts. Yes, I feel like my forehead hurts and is stuck. And it's like, yeah, your forehead is stuck, your third eye is stuck. But that happens a lot on Earth, especially 3D Earth. So we're clearing a lot of third eyes. So we're just clearing the third eye. So when you clear the third eye, you can see and you can feel and you can sense things. And then babies when they're born, it's very natural. They're seeing everything. So, and just we're going to release the tension in the body. We're releasing the tension in the body. So just releasing the third eye. It feels like there's like layers and layers and layers and layers and layers of blockages, like we're seeing them in one film and another film, another film, another film, another film, another film. But it's natural. It's not unusual. So this happens to many people. But that's Earth. But that's the old Earth. That's 3D Earth. So this work is all in 5D. So it's simultaneous healing energy work. So you're the self-healer, though. We're working with your higher self. So everything is done for your highest good through your higher self. So nothing is interfered with. So we're not interfering with anybody's karma. It's all like free will choice. So we're just clearing the heart now. And there's a lot of pressure on the heart. So we're just releasing the pressure on the heart and then the shoulder on the right side. So the heart just feels heavy and sad and just like, oh, like we see this. Oh, this is like, oh, this is so hard, that kind of thing. So we're going to clear that with your permission, of course, with your higher self. So, but yeah, like she asked, so she's wanting it. And then in other time spaces, the body brings it into this life, not like punishment, but for clearing. So, because this is the most powerful body, this body, this earth body, this body on earth now is the most powerful body in all time space. So when you heal it and clear it in this body, it really frees up all the other time spaces. So we're just clearing her third eye and clearing her throat so she can speak her truth. That's really connected to the jaw. So that was the past life. The past life was that she was punished for speaking, and it's like it just clamped her down. Like it just frustrated her so much. Just was she was like, no, we see that. No. So she really had a lot to say, and she was clamped down. And so there's this pressure on her jaw in this life and her throat. And so we're just releasing it and releasing the third eye. So she'll feel a lot better. It's a big release, actually. Like the jaw is like really, like we want to call it clamped down. So just really want to release the jaw. Deep breath in. And we're also like using heat. So we're just really heating up, trauma. Kind of sometimes we use cold, but right now we're using heat. So we're just really going to heat her up to kind of get rid of all those little fibers of, like, we want to call it trauma or pain or the pain body, Eckhart Tolle's words. So we're just, but they're tiny little cords, but we want to like see them and then kind of, bring up the heat so that they evaporate. So we can just bring up the temperature in the body, and then it can really help evaporate kind of all these, because they're irritating, they're just like fragments and they're irritating her system. So we can see it all now. So we're just amplifying the green in the heart to really help the release. And then just, you know, yeah, we're just releasing, but anything that you need to express or say or write about any impressions that come up after this, go ahead. This isn't spiritual bypassing. Like those messages, the dreams that come through, the messages that are coming through, you can handle it because it's coming through for healing. So any information that comes through, we're seeing through the dreams, is very safe with your higher self. Will bring through dreams. Just write them down as you're working through this. But we're going to kind of like bring in the fire to release as much as you're willing to release. That's what we're releasing, and then you just are deciding the volume of, or the amount. So, but this can be for everybody, because this is like very detailed work. What's happening right now, all the little fibers of little trauma, but they're very irritating on the nervous system because they kind of loop. They go round and round and round, and the same story goes round and round. It's like very irritating to the nervous system. So now we're stopping the loop, or suspending the looping. We're suspending the looping. So we're wanting the spiral. So the energy to flow like in a spiral. And so just releasing. So that's good. She's starting to cool down a bit more now, but the jaw is still really intense on the left side. So we're saying it was a big betrayal, but it can be healed and it is healing in this life. And then, but it can also just be released. It just needs a witness. Like I see it, I know it, I'm not making it up in my head. I can feel it in my bones. I can feel it in my heart. I know it. And then it's your truth. So even if the whole world says, no, I don't believe in past lives interfering in this life, but you believe it, and because you feel like it's affecting you, then heal it in the now, in this body. So yeah, it got quite hot, but it's starting to cool down now. So we just try to bring in as much clearing as possible in the shortest amount of time. So she's going to be able to hear better on the left side as well because it affected her hearing, because it was like the information kept kind of like it won't give her peace until she witnesses it, but it was hard to witness because it was like traumatic. But we don't need the details. We just need to know that it was something that, kind of like broke her heart in that time, but it can be healed in this life and in the now, like right now. So, and in terms of like work and career, we're seeing like if she can do anything that's artistic, that that the like the artistic things have been blocked because of that past life. And so we're seeing that the more she feels joy in what she creates in something artistic, it will actually blossom and help the rest of her life. So the things she does that's artistic, that she creates, it will bring so much joy that will blossom into the rest of her life. So the most important thing was the healing of that past life, healing the body and the now. And then that's actually opens up her energy center. So she's going to have more space now because she was so closed in, she's going to, and like, she's like a flower now. She's opened up. So she can just imagine that actually, like that she's kind of bloomed or blossomed, kind of opened because she was so covered, because it was necessary, to survive. So her nervous system, we're just checking on the nervous system, and then her heat temperature is better. And then her jaw is still sore, so it might be sore for a few days. So just allow it to release with your higher self. You can just say, I'm here, I'm with my higher self. Do some writing, do some, I don't know, we're seeing like painting, pottery, like anything to do with your hands, cooking, making things with your hands. Like your hands want to do things. They want to be busy, and you have a lot of dexterity and talent in your hands, so just create with your hands. Yeah,
So
so we're
that,
just seeing her, whoops, sorry. We're just seeing her
oh, right,
fields
right.
open.
Yeah.
Yeah, sorry. We were just looking at the whole field. So now it looks more open. And so everybody can kind of feel that with the golden light. It's just more open and then balanced and anchored, to Gaia, to the new earth. And then, yeah, so, but the jaw's still sore. It was a big, big event. So it will take a few days, but her higher self is there with her. So we're good to close.